So, welcome to another episode of The Real Entrepreneur Show with Patti Bogerchuk, small biz sales coach.
And Kathy Barthel from Take on the World. I help you really stand out from your competition and nail who you are. Did you know that 80% of entrepreneurs are not on video?
Because a lot of people, and so they're the ones without a LinkedIn for a profile photo, and they say, well, I don't like the way I look on video. And it's like, get over yourself.
Yeah. Nobody does. Remember when you first heard yourself in an audio recording?
God.
Terrible,
yeah, you really
right?
sound that way.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
But you know, hey, in real life, that's what you
Well,
look
what was
like.
I said to you? I said, oh gosh, Patti, my profile is terrible. My nose is terrible. She goes, Kathy, I see it all the time. And the other thing we've said, right? I mean, we're coming up to a year of doing the show, right? Doing weekly episodes. Every Friday morning at 7 a.m. is a new show. And the more you do it, right, the more comfortable
7
you
a.m.
get.
I'm a farmer. We do it
Well,
at 7.
we're not up necessarily. Well, I mean, occasionally. But the show is on YouTube every Friday morning at 7.
Yeah.
And the thing is, as you say, the more you do, the more
easier it
comfortable
gets.
you get.
Yeah. Practice does make perfect,
And
right?
there's nothing that's going to replace that.
I know. I mean, well, you never actually saw our first shows because they were so bad.
Yes.
They were like 20 minutes long, and we babbled and babbled and babbled. And that's the whole thing is you've got to take 2 or 3 takes in order to get better.
And not only that, Nick, we're talking here about confidence on video, obviously, and the mind game that we all have to deal with to get in front of that camera. But Patti throws to an interesting point, which is not only were we taking a long time to do those episodes, but we also didn't have proper lighting. It doesn't have to cost you a lot to do the photography piece.
I remember taking you to Home Depot.
Home Depot, yeah. So basically, and I am actually going to post this below this video. But seriously, I went to a great place called Vistech in Toronto, and I got a couple of photography stands. And yes, Patti and I went to Home Depot. I still have the little plant, that little interesting little cactus that's still alive.
A prickly thing, just like my ex-husband.
Has a certain shape too, which I think. Anyway, too much information, but this Home Depot trip, we got a couple of almost kind of like a grow light. You put over a bunch of like baby chicks, like a silver colored.
And those clampy things. The clampy things.
Yeah, the hardware clamps. It's very technical.
We'll take a picture of it and post it in the comments below.
Exactly. And then just some particular type of LED bulbs that don't get hot, and then particular kind of paper that you can put over top to get a bit of diffusion, a bit of softness. This is really us, but us just a little better than us.
Yeah.
But
it just makes it look more professional because this is being filmed on an old iPhone, but it's perfectly adequate for the web, and just the lights make all the difference.
Exactly.
And then the professional screen on the back and
this screen. If you ever follow me on Facebook, yes, the director's chairs, which I love,
because I was accused of being too close in your face.
We're going to do another episode about that, but that is something, when you're sitting there and you're talking to people and you lean in when you talk to people, right? When you're making a point or you're enthusiastic.
I get so excited.
Into the camera, not such a good idea.
No, not such a good idea.
So get a stiff chair like this so you can lean back and make your point by leaning back and then bringing them to you, bringing the audience to you.
Now, what the most important thing is your content.
Yes.
And again, that's something that, as the ex-journalist here, always makes me have a point.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Point.
We are, and this is great if you're working as a team. The more you work together, we were just talking before this episode of how cool it is. Patti will often say, I'm the get her done girl. I'm the get her done girl. And I'm saying from my TV background and everything.
It's good enough.
Yeah, but the secret. I'm always saying to her, what are we saying? Are we saying something? And this is really important, right? Mm-hmm. Are you saying something in your video, from your expertise as a business owner that they can't get with a really good Google search, right? And if you are, that's point number 1. That's the red flag, right? You don't want to be doing that, obviously. So what have you got special to add to that? Other than, your chemistry in front of the camera, your personality.
Based on your experience, your personal experience, and what the accidental entrepreneur, the born entrepreneur, I've been serial entrepreneur, is that I bring a certain perspective, but sometimes I forget. To me, it's just the way I grew up in the last 25 years is what I do so naturally, right?
And part of what Patti's talking about is the importance of story, of context. So you may have a point that, yeah, in some ways they can put, you can find it with a good Google search, but you're telling it with your perspective, with your story, with your experience, and you're drawing people in to that when they're watching your video.
It's unique to you. You're the only one that went through it. These are the lessons you've learned. Yeah. And like we're sort of sharing, we went through many, many bad episodes. So we've saved you from the...
We've got a few of those down there. We'll have to do a survey later and you'll have to find.
Yeah, we're going to have a blooper reel by the end of the year.
But the last really important piece is less is more. I'm also an editor, and this is really, really one of the best things you can learn, other than just being comfortable in front of the camera. When you're doing a show, the golden rule of 3 is just something I talk to clients about all the time in writing. So pick 3 key points, have a point or 2 tops to support each of those 3. So for example, today, we're talking about the mind game, right? The mindset piece around getting on camera. Number 2, technical. We talked a little bit about lighting and so on. And number 3 is content, right? Yeah. So just pick those 3.
To say.
Yes, and it's much more important. People won't remember it, right? Yeah. If you tell them too much. Yeah, three killer points and a little point or 2 to support those. And then the last piece is what I just actually did.
Zipping.
Nope, before that.
Oh, darn.
But one more thing. And that is remind them. Yeah,
Recap.
What I just did, right? We talked today about mind game, technical, and content.
Yes.
Remember those 3 things.
And do it.
When you're doing video.
And then just do it.
Yes.
Just do it. Just throw on the camera and get used to it, okay?
It's a lot of fun.
See you next time.
Ciao.
Bye.